Alright, everybody, welcome back to another My Garage Revival. And right here is a good one. I was actually very happy to find this in a barn. This is a Plymouth Satellite, or a Roadrunner. And it's a relatively decent car for once. I think, underneath, it's not that bad. The torsion bars are good. There's only one bad leaf. It's got a flat tire. It has a bad gas tank, so it might not have any more gas in it. But there's something interesting that I have found out about these cars. Once you once you find these in a barn, they will not start. It'll just act like that there is a dead battery. But if you bring them back to your garage or shop or wherever you plan on doing this, and decide to save and re-enter your game, look at that. This one already runs and drives perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever, even though it runs, which is actually quite shocking. It has coolant. It has enough coolant, but one thing that I do know is it does not have enough oil in it. And the oil has magically turned to good. So I'm going to put some oil in this and air up the tire. We're going to see if it actually runs and drives, and then figure out what I'm doing with this. Ooh, that's some bad rocker arms in there. If this thing runs, it's not going to run for long. But, yeah, relatively surprised that I figured that out, but it made a V8 car run like nothing. And I hope it works with the rest of the stuff that I grab. You may see I have bought a tremendous amount of oil and coolant. That is because I may end up engine swapping this car because it was so easy to, make it run. So, I think my plan with this is I've put a couple feelers out in Nick's server, see if I get a response at any point today, because I'm not finishing this episode today. I know that. I have other stuff I need to go do. But since I know this, I want to make sure that I can get it running and driving before I touch it. And then we do something fun with this. And that's kind of the whole point. The ramp truck was really just kind of a get it right, get it running, because I have no attachment to that. I have my own ramp truck. So this is different because I only have the one satellite that I've built. And I've wanted to do another kind, I guess is the best way to put it. This is probably overfull. Yeah, a little bit, but that's okay. It has coolant. Let's see. Can it go for a short route? Oh, it needs air in the tire. And I never picked up an air pump. I still have the one in the back of the truck. Yes. That is a lifesaver. Come on. Oh, it's going to drive wonky, but that's okay. Let me just move the truck to a better spot. Can it actually fit in the garage behind me? I wonder. Let's see. Hey, you know what? I'm impressed. I did not think that this would fit. Wow, the whole truck would fit in here. Damn. Also looks like there's enough room for a car. I wish the door closed on it, cause then I'd hide shit in here. And then that just kind of glitches open and closed. Okay, let's see. Let's see what she does. I say it can make it around the block. Alright, let's see. Oh, probably should also... It has brakes. I haven't checked if the brakes are good. That might have just been a defining factor to this here. Okay, well... Oh yeah. It runs. It runs good. Part of me almost wishes that I had a dyno closer by. Ooh, those brakes are sketchy. I don't know if these brakes are working as good as I hoped. It's doing it. Oh, it's got it. It's just got to make it up this hill. Wow. I am impressed. This is a paddle. This is a Plymouth Satellite that has been sitting for God knows how long. And it runs and drives perfectly fine. Well, the brakes are a little bit to be desired for. They are probably all bad calipers. At least there isn't a bad brake line, because that would have really sucked. Yeah, every caliper is rusted. And that brake line doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. But I'd say that is a first good drive out of this thing. So the question is now, what am I gonna do with it? Because I have kind of like my beater. I'd like to do something else with it so it does something else rather than just be like a cruiser that I could beat on. So we'll see. I have a big block that I was going to put in the ramp truck, but I could put in this. And because the hood doesn't match the rest of the car, it doesn't really need a hood. So, absolute trash getting a supercharged big block. I like the sound of that. But we will see. We will see. So, yeah. We will jump the when I'm ready to do more with this and also probably gather parts to make the car a little bit better. So, probably some suspension components. We'll see. Part of me really wants to lift it, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, it has been a couple days since I have last really paid attention to this car. But as you can see, there's an engine in it. And everyone on YouTube voted drag race it. So, we're going to go and drag race it. I had a couple other options, and I may do them with it one day. We'll see. This may not be the only time that we work on the car, because I don't know if it'll be still running when we're done with it, but yeah. I've pulled the old engine and the old radiator. That is the new fuel tank for it, though, which I didn't fill with fuel. But yeah, I have everything that I need, I think, other than fuel, for this thing to run and drive out of here, and we're going to go and make a quarter-mile rip with it. But what's going into it that's new is I'm putting a 2.8 locked rear end in it, so we'll be able to get both tires spinning. I also have a nice aluminum radiator. We have a 5-speed gearbox that we're going to be putting in it. It needs a leaf spring in the back. And I have a full brake kit. I have a new hub for the rear. I have new battery cables. I don't think I bought. I did buy a battery. Yes. We have a battery. And then, yeah, obviously coolant, brakes, stuff like that is going to be going into this thing. Did a brake line fall? Ah, no, there it is. Okay, I was wondering, did I only have 3 brake lines? So, yeah, that is the plan. But right now, it has a 454 V8 in it, part of Nick's engine pack. It's got the Holly blower with Holly carbs. I had to put a crusher scoop on it because this was my first replica of the Crusher Impala engine. I built a way lower power one and put it in an actual Impala. But this one sat in a 67 Impala. 69? Not a 69 Impala. I think it's 67 Impala. For a little while. Might be. I don't know my Impala years that well. But, yeah. It sat in that car for a while, and it never got ran. I know it's a good engine, because it has a lot of good parts in it. It's just I never took it to the drag strip because I just built the car and shoved it in the storage. Sold the car, but didn't want to sell the big block, so I decided to shelve it until I can put it in something, and I think this is the perfect something. We have a hood for it and everything too, so yeah. But I need to get gas for this thing, and then we'll be on our way to glory. So I'll be right back, get a little bit of work done in this thing, and let's make it run. Let's get it running. I want to hear it run. Okay, I think it's ready to run once it has some coolant in it. At least I think so. I don't think I'm missing anything. If it runs, we're in good shape. We'll be able to go drag racing tomorrow. As all it needs is the brakes. The hood put on and tires, and we're good to go. At least I think. I don't know. This thing may break down along the way. We may have the suspension blow out along the way. I have no idea what it's gonna do. I hope it goes fast though, because I'm thinking this is probably like a 900 horsepower engine. I don't know if the Holly carbs are gonna add like a shitload of power to where it's gonna be uncontrollable. But I don't know. I don't know. This is a strange one indeed. Can I get in here without knocking the hood off? We knocked it off. Okay. So I want to rev it a little bit. It's got gas. There we go. Controller's not on. Yeah, there we go. I have mufflers for it. It's not going to be open headers. That means we have a working engine in this old thing. Let's see how it looks with the black hood. Oh yeah. Now that's a look. That's a look indeed. Yeah. Then, of course, for wheels and tires, I decided to do something a little interesting. I got these little, like, slotted, like, stock car tires. I think it matches the look pretty well, in my opinion, at least. So, it'll be good. And then for drag tires, I just put together a quick set of just Spaz's drag tires. Thought about stealing the set that is on a car currently in my other garage, because I think they grip better. I don't know. I never figured that out, even though I have the first ever car to do a wheelie in my garage. Oh. That's a look. That's a look, for sure. I don't know what it is with me and putting superchargers and satellites, but that is a look. Alright, so brakes done, wheels and tires on, get it off the jack stands, and we go racing. Well, we're going to drive it to the track, because the NIV is falling off the lift in the background. Lovely. Okay. All right. First stop, the gas station. Then trying to do a burnout. At least, yeah, attempting. Attempting to do a burnout. There we go. Nice and quiet. Oh, she drives like a brand new car. Our brakes seem to be okay. Yeah, seem to be good. I don't think they're leaking. I hope not. I hope I tightened all the bolts. Wonder how high she revs. Wonder if I have the 7,000 RPM flywheel in this. And I know Nick is making higher ones. But our first destination. Ah, she's staying cool. I think this is proving to be a good rig. Alright. Let's fill her up with gas and complete the second part of the journey, which is getting to the drag strip. Because... oh. That is a drag slick now. As it is going to be part 2 in the furthest drive. There we go. Full tank of gas. Tires are fine. Still have the plate in the back. Alright. The windows work? No. They're stuck like that. Okay. Full tank of gas, though. Let's see what she can do. Oh, God. Yeah, it has power. Forget how much power it had in the Impala. Maybe making more now. Oh, God. It rips. I do not like the brakes. But I'm going to assume they're fine. Other than that, it's not overheating. It's not a handful to drive either. So, it's a good thing. Oh boy, let's hope these AI aren't going to be weird. There's a lot of them in front of me. They're doing well. Nope. Yeah, this would have been a handful to make a track car. I probably would have needed to put a different engine in it. Also, I'm realizing that I put a Chevy engine in a Mopar. No shame in that, I guess. What would be really cool is to make a Hemi like this. That would be cool. Maybe one day we'll work on this thing again. Brakes are sketchy. It grips pretty good on these tires, though. Oh, the brakes feel non-existent, but they're there. All right, we have made it. Not too much drama. It did it. No overheating. Wow, it is full. It is full of brake fluid. I question if that brake booster is working properly, but it made it. Alright, I'm going to swap some drag slicks onto this thing. We're going to take it down the quarter. We're going to see how well it does. So we'll be right back. Alright, so I have just realized I've made a mistake. There are no air in the drag tires. I am, I do not feel like going to the gas station and airing these up, so we're just gonna let it rip. Yeah, we're just gonna let it rip. Alright, so my best time that I've done is a 660. I hope it goes 9s. I would be ecstatic with a 9-second pass. 8-second, I'd be pretty happy too. I don't think it's going to go a 7 in this state, though. Let's see. Holy shit, a 797. Alright, this motor makes more power than I thought it would. Maybe it's the Holly carbs. Alright, let me go get a tire pump. Maybe I can get the time down. Alright, drag tires on. Will it go faster than a 790? Kind of hope so, because that'd be kind of cool for a piece of trash out of a barn. Now the tires are a little thicker, and I have a theory that that actually matters in this game. Yeah, 775, even though my shifting was kind of ass. Not bad. I will admit the steering is starting to feel off. Alright, well. Let me grab my trophies, grab my tires, and let me get this thing home. And she is home. This is a pretty good first actual, I guess, revival you could say. The ramp truck was that was a challenge, I'd say the least. But yeah, without even realizing it, I managed to piss off Mopar and Chevy people by putting a Chevy themed big block into a Plymouth Satellite. Get over it if you're upset. It's cool. There you go. If you like these, let me know, because I'll keep doing them, because I kind of enjoy doing these. I built this whole building for this purpose. If not, then I have no use for this building. And that lift is gonna go because I don't like how reliable it is already. And as you can see, there is more. There is a NIV and a wide body Mustang waiting. I have a really good scheme for the Mustang. So now it's gonna be fun. The NIV, there's no scheme, but still. If you have enjoyed though, please let me know, because I will keep making them. But until then, hopefully you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.